What's going on, Cowboys? Welcome back to the live stream. What's going on? Glad to see you all here. We are talking CNFT Tuesdays, all CNFT NFT projects. We've got some special guests coming on tonight. But really quick, what's going on? Hugs Not Rugs, G3. Good to see you guys. Love to have you guys on the stream. You guys really make the show and really make it fun for us. Talking about NFTs and getting to know what you guys are talking about, and kicking back with you guys. One day, I would love to have you guys on the stream yourselves, like every one of you guys here. I would love to have that, but maybe in the future we'll see if we can set that up. What's going on, Brian and JM Waz? So we are going to bring in these guests here, and we're going to bring them the only way I know how, with a proper intro here. This man laughs when crypto tanks because it's a good time to buy to build up his banks. Because he always wants more, an NFT dinosaur. He keeps it minting like he had some bad breath. The one, the only, the crypto warden, Ethan. Welcome to the show.
CNFT Tuesday again, baby. I mean, I'm running out of things to say. I know Aaron every single week comes up with some new type of intro for us all, but I mean, man, you guys know what I say every week. It's a beautiful day outside. You guys know I love Tuesdays because it's the best day of the week for CNFT Tuesday. Let's go.
Glad to have you on, Ethan. Always a pleasure to roll with you. Now we have to bring on the guest of honor for today. There's a lot of big things happening, and we just want to be caught up. We want to know what he's doing because he's a really trusted voice in the space. But before I start to introduce him, I need to introduce him properly on the show. This man is an NFT legend. Only first place and not second. Heavyweight champ, shed the light like a lamp. You mint his new project yet? Yeah, you should get 7. The one, the only Ken of Caricatures. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I didn't know that you knew about my FOMO Games championship.
Well, we want to see more championship wins and for you today. But yeah, Ken, it's been a while. You've been on the channel, I think maybe 1 or 2 times. A lot of the people in the community know who you are, and so really glad. But maybe for those of us who don't know who you are, maybe a quick 1 or 2 sentence summary of who you are, how you got into the NFT space, that kind of stuff.
Cool. Yeah. I am Ken Adams. I go by Q everywhere. My acronym KEWW is my children's names. That's why I'm in this space. I'm a mid-40s guy and retired as a fire chief. Resigned actually a year ago. Last year, almost coming up on a full year to go all in on Web3.
Wow.
Kind of about the biggest, ballsiest move. I've been dipping into my pockets ever since. But I am a very contrarian investor in that sense, and I also recognize the fate of the dollar and where we're at with the fate of the economy and everything else that's happening. So I made the move. I'd rather be a year early than 10 minutes late in what I feel is coming. So yep, I definitely aligned very quickly with the Old Money Project because of that hyper or the inflationary tail. I'm going to call it the hyperinflation because it's going to be, in my eyes, what we're doing. Now, yeah. Cryptocurrency is real. It's alive and it's well. And I didn't know that until I got woke 2 years ago. And I was steered very quickly to Cardano because that was an option. It was pre-smart contract era. I was big into Project Catalyst and things along those lines. NFT game had just started ramping up, but I was still trying to learn. So I watched and I knew ales and I knew of people in that hey, it's the NFT season and okay, cool. Have fun like minting arrays of colors and whatever. I mean, long story short, I missed the first boat. I got on the second boat. And then ever since then, I recognized all of the actual real world utility, the opportunity of what can actually happen with NFTs with native asset-based Web3 technology. There's a lot to learn. And the people that are watching this today, we're in the middle of the bear market. I'm preaching to the choir. I know who's in the audience right now. We know what we're doing.
Battle hardened. So we smell like smoke because we've been through fire.
You got it.
We've been trampled on and tanked on and dunked on, but we're still here with you.
Yeah.
Hey, just for comparison, you
Okay.
said you retired as a fire chief. Can you tell me
Yes.
how high up a fire chief is in the United States? I know personally, but for to give
Yes.
someone like how much you gave up because how much you believe in Web3.
So 20-year career as a volunteer and then a full-time career for 16 years. The fire chief is number one top dog, and battalion chief has, so in the military, you have generals. There's multiple general. A 4-star general is general. And then there's multiple generals underneath, but they're all the title general. You salute them, period. In the fire service, if you're wearing the gold badge and you have bugles on, you are a fire chief. You are the person that people say, who's in charge? Where's the white hat? Aaron, right now you're in charge. You got the white hat on. But that's what in the fire service you are the designated leader of any situation. You show up with a crew on their worst day and you bring your best game with you.
So
that's my role.
You could have a 40-year time frame, but you actually have an extended time frame because of fiat and where everything is going and the money supply, and that this is just how we're all running here. I want to know your thoughts, and we'll get to there's a lot to get to, but
Sure.
right now it's really big on me. So guys, so yesterday I was speaking at a table over lunch, and we had met some Canadian guys here, and Ethan knows because he was at the table with me. But basically, these guys were. I was like, "Hey, what do you do?" He says he goes to school for finance. I'm like, "All right, what are you trying to do?" I'm going to go into banking. Well, knowing that I'm in crypto, I'm like, "All right, what are the best investments right now?" And he's like, "Index funds, but stay away from crypto. I hate crypto." And I look at Ethan, I look at Saran, and we start to laugh to ourselves. And I keep asking him questions because I'm not going to go out all out. But essentially, he says it's a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's a scam.
He was talking about the banking system?
No, he's talking about the crypto.
Oh, he was talking about our system. Oh, okay.
Well, I know, but you would. Golly, dude, I am with you on that one, dude.
Yeah.
But the banking system, we could get off a whole tangent, and I really want to get to the meat and potatoes of today. But this is important because I think it's important to kind of come back to this kind of stuff because why are we still in crypto if we don't truly believe in like all the problems and the mess of the world, especially in the monetary and the money world? Could you describe to me a little bit of your interpretation of what's going on macroeconomically with the banks, with fiat, with money, and what's the ethic here? What's driving you into crypto, and maybe more specifically NFTs?
So with regard to the US dollar is not I mean, it is the US dollar, but it is not from the US. The US Treasury makes coins, and they're mandated to do that, and they have to do that. So they still make coins, and that way they're fulfilling their constitutional, they have to do this. Even though it costs more money to make a penny every day, you can't make that for any less because of the price of copper, which isn't even in there. It's zinc now. Every single nickel is actually worth 7 cents right now. So they're failing in every way, shape, and form. Save your nickels. That's called Gresham's Law, where you take the old out. 1964 and earlier silver dimes, quarters, those are worth more because of the metal content. That is a reality, and it's hidden by the fact that we don't have US dollars anymore. It's on the label, but it's a Federal Reserve note. The Federal Reserve is no more federal than Federal Express. It is a business. Yep. Again, that's the recognition. You go, oh yeah, that actually is. So when that happens, when you realize that the Federal Reserve is a banking system and they are designed to make money, and you just spend 10 minutes, just look at it and say, okay, if I can make money by making money, great. But we as the US citizens and anybody else that has anything to do with the world reserve currency, which is the US dollar, aka Federal Reserve note, is locked in by rule of law. Thou shalt spend this money in transaction. You can't use something else. If you do, and you do challenge that, a la Iraq or anybody else that ever said, oh, we're going to go with oil, we're going to go with gold. No, you're going to go to war.
Yeah.
So, and you're not going to war. The U.S. will bring war to you. That's kind of a pact that the U.S. has with. Now, let's not get this channel banned or have any other problems with my commentary. These are the express opinions of Ken Adams, not of caricatures.art or anyone else.
No, I'm with you, man.
It is a recognition. That's all money. This right here. You know what I keep this here for? Do you recognize that at all? And if you do, 10 bonus points.
Is that a Federal Reserve note for gold?
No. I'll give you 1 million internet bonus points if you can tell me what that is. That is actually a unit of 50,000 German Weimar marks.
No way.
Oh, yep. I bought it for 50 cents.
Yeah.
Oh, it is so worthless. It is such a historical reference thing that you can buy them today. You go to your coin shop and buy one for 50 cents. Put it on your wall.
I might want to get one.
Go, it's a staple. Our Federal Reserve notes it's junk, it's cash, it's trash. Yeah. So what's going to happen, and before we go into, and I always have to leave this out there, we are in crypto because the best cryptos that we recognize are decentralized systems, okay, where everybody has a Raspberry Pi. Well, it's not Raspberry Pi for Cardano anymore. Thank you, Armada Alliance, for teaching me a lot about that understanding. And we were working on it before. Now but you can still do ARM technology. You can do bare metal. The point is, if you have a node that is at home, it's in the cloud, it's somewhere, you have access to it, you can see all the transactions. That makes it decentralized, and it's only more powerful the more people that have it. In a centralized system, you have one node and one ledger. So when people start telling you that CBDCs are just like Bitcoin, it is the biggest lie that they'll ever throw at you, because it is not like anything else, because that's a centralized digital currency.
Yeah.
Be careful with that.
Yeah, that's for sure. There's a lot of good comments here in the comment section here. Deadwood says this: they'll never say that as they mint CBDCs, such as they'll never say oh, this is what's backed by nothing, hopes and dreams. They'll never say something like that. They'll never say that it's backed by the United States government and are just authority to make things stay there. Yeah. And then this was a really good comment too. Bank people will never say that crypto is better. It's actually facts. Yeah. I didn't realize until it's counterintuitive. What's the bias, something positional bias or something? I forget what it's called.
Oh, conditional bias? No, I see where you're going with it.
Yeah. There's a definite bias there for sure. They have to. And so, okay, that's good. That's good and all. We're into crypto. Everyone's into crypto here. But we are talking about NFTs. What's the difference? Why start an NFT project? And I just want to let you guys know, Ken has got an NFT project that just started up. And maybe he could talk a little bit more about that today. But I gave him some other things that I want to know about in the Cardano space. Let me see if I can pull some of that up here.
In the Cardano, I was reading through that, and I also saw the notes on Chainlink in there as well, which was one of my first as an Oracle. I learned what that was very early, and that was one of the first cryptos I bought was Link. Chainlink. Because I understood it makes logical sense. You have to have the Web 2 tied to the Web 3. You have something that bridges it, and that's what Chainlink does. Now, I haven't researched or studied it anymore, so NFA.
Yeah. So basically, if people don't know what Chainlink is, it's a Oracle basically meaning that it takes real world data and brings it into Web3 so that smart contracts can operate off of it. It's that's it. So if you have if you set up a smart contract that says it rained today, there'll be weather reports that tell some computer, and then the Oracle Chainlink will pull those reports out and push it into Web3, and it makes a conditional statement. If it rains, then it pays out this insurance, or then it logs this in. So it's if this then that, Zapier, that type of stuff. So that's what an Oracle is. That's a simple lizard brain way of saying it.
No, that's a perfect way to say it. That is the easiest way, because when smart contracts come up, you are bound to what you agreed on. It's not a legal contract, it's a protocol contract. It is a technical contract. And if you say that we're going to pull data from AccuWeather and AccuWeather crashes, then what's the worth of your smart contract? So if you build it strong enough, if it's that important, especially insurance protocols, and you say, hey, if we have a drought and I'm going to use what data? Well, AccuWeather, so you hit it on the head.
Yeah. And so I think it's good for like insurance. I think that's the future of it, something like that. So basically, I asked Ken. I said, "Hey Ken, look, there's this cool article here. I'm going to pull it up here.
Yeah.
Here it is. So basically, Bull Run 2023, Cardano and Doggedy are our top crypto tokens to watch out for, and Chainlink. And so maybe I'm thinking, do you agree with this article? Do you think Chainlink, Cardano? I've never actually heard of Doggedy, so I'm going to omit that. But what do you guys think in the chat? Are some top cryptos to look out for, and why is Cardano in this mix here?
I think it's in this. I read through this, and I'll let the others. I have my opinions. I really do, and
yeah,
it's very important to look at the language that's being used, even in the header on that. I think that this is a straight smear towards Cardano. Yeah. Cardano is not a token, guys. Cardano is a blockchain. It is a ecosystem. We are the people of Cardano. It is not just some random BS thing. This is a promotion for Chainlink, and whatever Doggedy is, that's like a meme coin of a meme coin. Like yeah. Why? But those of us that understand and know Cardano, if you turned off the blinders of MSM and say, I want to know what's actually happening, and you look at basic stuff. Like I landed on Cardano with no idea what was going on because I could see where certain problems lie. Now, it's not to say that they're big enough problems that they can't be solved or resolved. But when you say, all right, I want to get into sports racing, I'm going to go with the first car ever made. Let's race Model Ts. Yeah, but there's Lamborghinis over here. Yeah, that's fine. But we got the Model T first. We're the only ones that have it. I've got the most Model Ts. That's the best. That's the only one. The only thing it can do is go straight. It might turn left and go 12 miles down the road before you need to fill it up, but it's the best.
Yeah.
No, we're in third generation for a reason. So be there.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I agree. Just curious. So
JM says, what's your take?
Well, yeah. So my take is that I actually I think that's funny that you call it a smear campaign. I think it's true. I think Cardano, I honestly think it stands apart from the other blockchains as far as. So I believe that Bitcoin is the top number one. It is the blockchain, if you will, but I don't see it as a blockchain for utility. I see it as a everything else besides the utility of being the blockchain. I see it as the utility of like replacement for gold, infinite salability, infinite this kind of stuff that Bitcoin standard talks about. So like ultimate scarcity, right? You could move through space and time and you can't be eaten. Okay, that kind of stuff. That's what I think Bitcoin's for, proof of work. But I feel like there is a need for utility. So if there's a need for utility, what's the next best thing? Ethereum. Okay, well, Ethereum, the only thing that I think the best thing that it's got going for is Ethereum is the community, is the amount of dApps that are on it. But here's the problem. It's expensive, slow, even with proof of stake, even with the migration or the merge or whatever it's called. I don't think it's still like costing like $20 a transaction or something like that, $10 to $20 a transaction versus the $150 to $250 stuff that we were looking at. So we got to go. That's all like first generation stuff. We got to move into a better, more sophisticated thing. Now I looked at the other blockchains, and Solana is this FTX piece of crap that is insider trading and all that kind of stuff, propped up by fake money. So that's out. And then I look around. What's next? Avalanche, Matic.
Polkadot's one that a lot of people draw.
And I'll count Matic in there too as a layer 2 because it's something that people could still build off of. But Cardano seems like to be a bit different. Cardano seems to be a blockchain that was grassroots, that wasn't privately, ICO'd rather. None of that happened. And it's one of those things where oh, look at this, I got a scammer in the thing.
Yeah.
It's one of those
it's
one of those blockchains where I'm just like, okay, yeah, this makes a lot of sense here. This seems to me that okay, we are looking at something that is a second generation, third generation, not messed around with, the big hedge fund investors. And so yeah, I'm staking my money on the best ecosystem to build on would be Cardano. That's my take. Top 10 in every single list, every single time,
Unless the list doesn't include it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unless the list
exactly.
doesn't include, and then then the list is sketch.
Oh yeah,
then the list becomes sketch.
yeah.
And it's only top 10 because it's crowded out by Bitcoin, Ethereum,
Mhm.
and stable coins. So it would be, I think it would be top 3 if it weren't for those. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. But as we build on, Ethan, what's your thoughts on it?
I mean, I'm just going to be real simple and honest with it. If you pull the article back up and you look at just the title, the real problem that I really had with it was, I mean, it says Bull Run 2023 right on it. So, I mean, that was pretty funny to me personally, because I mean, I don't even think we're even close to a bull run coming up, especially let alone even in 2023. So
yeah, I think you're right. Some people think you're wrong. Some people put down, like I was talking to BitBoy Crypto the other day. He put down like 30x leverage on the longs, meaning that he's thinking it's going to go up. So
yeah, I mean,
like,
at the end of the day, he's not technically wrong, because I mean, we don't got too much further to go down. I mean, we're still living in the pain, but
yeah, the problem is if it drops 30%, he's gonna get liquidated. Like, or 50%, he's gonna get liquidated. So
he's gonna have to take that one on the chin. So
yeah, well, fortune favors the bold, I think. So
true,
more
that's
power
true
to
as
him.
well.
As long as he's not investing his entire life and career on
Exactly.
that.
No,
If you have $1 million and you put 10K on a 30x and it only goes down 50% and you lose it, guess what? Put another 10K down, because now you got 60x.
Yeah,
and you got a bigger chance
got
and it goes.
contingencies like that. If he's a pro, like I think he is. Yeah, J Hub says Cardano's the people's blockchain. I think that's true. And then who said that Link is the sleeping giant? I think that's true too. I think I think Link is the top best oracle, and whenever someone comes in, like big players in the space, when regulation drops, they're going to go to these oracles for utility, and Chainlink is by far and away the clear winner here. So but we're talking about, what was that?
Well, I was going to say that part of this too is that if you look at gold, there's only so much gold, and then there's pieces of paper that represent that gold. That is how I see the Bitcoin may exist as it is, and people rarely move their Bitcoin, but they have some other cryptocurrency that is weighted in Bitcoin. That makes sense. Like, hey, I can move this much faster in Cardano or in something else, and it's weighted in that Bitcoin. Then you just need to have something parallel that is proven that that's where you have to have it above board in a decentralized system where the ledgers are wide open and you go, okay, that's it. And that's why it could be the people's blockchain. We could do it here and say, okay, it's just this is our token. That's what it is. But part of that issue though is how often we still live in a US dollar based, Federal Reserve note based world. So if I make a crap load of money in ADA, but I got to pay my bills, the bank's not taking ADA. So every time somebody makes a significant amount of whatever cryptocurrency they're in, they have to take it right back to Coinbase. They have to take it to KuCoin, wherever, and off ramp it. And then you're back in cash. Now, that means that exchange it's imperative that they survive. They're going to mess up. There's going to be problems. And when that happens, we're all left in the lurch with our cryptocurrency and no access to USD. If you don't have multiple on and off ramps set up. So be careful with that. Like, make sure that you don't have one access point.
Yeah, I actually don't know of any other access points other than exchanges in the United States. Do you know of any other ones?
No, within the US, like I think my first experience with crypto, I had to wire transfer. Kraken. That was the one that I had used. So that was the one where I had gotten money in for that, but to try and I never even went backwards that way. I never even said, okay, well, that's hard. It is very.
If anyone knows, if you guys are in the chat and you guys know about an access point to off ramp my crypto without going through the exchanges, I would love to know that. Otherwise, I'm paying Ethan money if I owe him lunch or something like that in crypto, or we're paying NFTs. But back to Cardano and building on Cardano, it's one of those places where I think it should attract the best builders, the best projects out there. And speaking of great projects, there's a lot of them that we are into. Old Money is one of them. Big shout out to them. I like Clay Nation personally, and there's a ton of them. There's an absolute ton of them. But Ken, could you tell us a little bit about your project here? You've got a project that you cooked up here. Tell me a little bit about it. I don't know anything about it, especially for some people in the chat who don't. Yeah, give me the backstory. Give me what your thoughts are with it.
Sure. So the backstory actually goes further back than I would imagine you even know right now, because the way you just introduced it. But first, I'll say this: have you ever had a caricature drawn of yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Where was that? Do you mind sharing?
Let me think. I think like fairs, I would say.
Fair makes sense.
Yeah.
Or
I'm up in Northwest Ohio. Like Cedar Point Amusement Park is an hour away from me.
yeah, amusement parks, stuff like that.
You
Yeah.
go down the causeway, somebody's there. If you guys were in Vegas, so down in Fremont Street, they had caricature artists there.
Yeah.
It's a moment that it allows you to have that moment of time captured, and where you put yourself very vulnerably in front of an artist who is professional and skilled, and they spend a few minutes with you, and they go, all right, and oh my God, is that what I really look like? Yes. In this moment, to that person, this is exactly what you look like. And that caricature artist, depending on what skill set or what they have, they capture you in that moment, in that place, and you remember it, but you may not ever see it again because, yeah, I remember seeing that. I had it. My mom has it because I was a kid, and I could probably dig it up if I ever wanted to, but we're looking at setting our system up with that moment of time, that means of celebrating a person and saying, who are you? What are you doing? This was proposed. This project started in August of 21.
Oh, wow.
Pre-smart contract. So Justin Cruz, he goes by Houdreau. That is Old Money's founder. Before that, Houdreau was actually deeper, and he came in with waifus. He came in with stick frig. Like his dev skills was helping out and learning what to do. He had conceptualized this idea where the Charles Hoskinson was the first OG asset. And there was 1,000 assets that were put out, and had Z Ding as Austria. He's from Austria. He's a caricature artist. So these are all a year and a half old assets. And what had happened was we put that project out in the beginning, and all of the thought process for what I'm going to explain to you now, we now have the tech. We have the ability to do what was conceptualized then. It was put on the back burner. All the tech has been built within Old Money, and now Caricatures has the opportunity. And what we're set up for is white labeling technology for Web3.
Okay.
So everything that has been built within Old Money has had caricatures in mind, because it's been in Cruz's mind the whole time. I joined up with him a year ago plus when I was in the project early on, and we've been working on the behind the scenes and talking about it and working forward. Like, okay, but we didn't like every day back then. Then we started moving closer and closer and said, okay, it's time to launch it. We're in the build market. We're aware of that. We know that the people that are here right now understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. And Warden, if you say that we're not going to be bull run in 23, that gives us a little more time to build. If we hit it at the end of the year, man, we're ready to go. So, native asset based utility. That is where we talked about, why are we in blockchain? Why are we in cryptocurrency? What we're doing with our project is letting all of the people who own our assets choose who the next cycle is going to be. And then I hope that look is not confusion. That's just in depth. Like, this is amazing.
No. So yeah, no, I'm following. I'm actually. Let me try to rephrase.
Yeah, I got to see where. Yeah.
There's some things that I am confused about. So
yes.
One thing here, I've got a ton of questions.
Okay.
And I'm seeing questions in here on the chat, and I would love to talk Goofy Gophers. I like to talk his voting power, but let me talk about this for a second, guys.
Okay.
So when we're talking about what was the term you used? Like something technology, something asset. You're white labeling the technology.
I just word vomited it. I apologize for that. I gave you a bunch of information.
What does that mean? What's the technology you're white labeling? Because I do white labeling myself, and I'll white label a customer CRM, a customer relationship management software for other companies.
Okay.
What is the technology you're giving? Is it the technology to draw?
You've been to Old Money, right?
Yeah.
On their website.
Mm-hmm.
all of this tech is old money, white labeled, and then put this brand on top of it. So native assets are Cardano Web3 assets. So when you hit that little button up on the top and you connect your wallet to this website,
Okay.
your Cardano native asset gets connected. That is where that Web3 service attaches to this website.
Okay. So it's the ability to make a website so that someone can attach their wallet to it.
Part one, yes.
Okay.
In our world now, not just a hot wallet, you can also do your ledger, you can do multiple wallets.
Okay.
So in our project, if you have assets in 3 different wallets and I tell you, hey, you're going to get a ranking, you're going to get leveled based on how many assets you have, or if you have 12 of Goofy Gophers, if you have 12 Clay Nations or whatever it is, oh crap, I need to take my wallet, I got to have a hot wallet integrated, I got to move them all here, I got to have, screw that. Just attach all your wallets to this site and we'll aggregate that data right now. So when you do that in this site, all of your wallets with all of your assets get combined. And now whenever you're interacting with our site, your leveling, your connectedness is already set up because of the native assets.
Got it.
Within each asset, we have voting power. So the new series that is out has a power ranking of here, for example, what you're looking at right now is one of the OG assets. So if you just type in caricatures one more time, you'll see and then scroll down to the bottom as the most recent asset. There you go. What we did different on this series, this relaunch, is allow for 5 different views of one person. And I think I need to just kind of hit reset and pause. I apologize because I'm trying to track with you. I'm watching you explore the site and see what's going on, and I will hit pause.
Yeah. So I'm looking at you hit a relaunch.
Yes.
And what was the call for the relaunch? What happened there?
A 12-month hiatus where the community that was pre-smart contract, there was 1,000 assets there.
Oh, got it.
Many of the people aren't even here anymore. Many of the people are. Everyone's been waiting. Hey, the concept of what we're delivering was so appealing that very few people sold any assets. They just hit pause and said, okay, let's wait and see where we're at. Now, in this relaunch, in the rebranding, we took the lessons learned from all of our experience as being in the NFT space, hot and heavy for well over a year each. In the Old Money Project as a founder, with me with the Oil Project, with both of us going out to CNFT Con, with having multiple interviews. Like, we're deep in this. Like, we have a good idea of what people are looking for and why.
Yeah.
What we're putting out right now is this concept of celebrating everybody in the Cardano ecosystem in the beginning, and then onboarding as we move farther and farther out.
Yeah.
The first series that we've done is with these Charleses, where there's a 2-person community. We picked one person and we picked 5 super inspirational moments. We gave it to a professional artist. We said, we would like you to caricaturize these 5 images, and these are the 5 rarity-based assets that we have.
Cool. And so you have voting power with these assets, and the voting power is for the different directions the project will take. So like who's going to be on board next, type of moves, type of developments in technology, right, as well.
So then what's going to happen on this first cycle after we get all of these put out to the new population? We need that new community set up and established, and they have the voting power. Where when I keep repeating voting power, that is an important element, but it's not the only element to what we're doing. Very soon, I'm going to release to everybody our first theme for the next cycle is I'm just saying it out loud, Cardano YouTubers. Maybe that's what cool. It is. And
there's some handsome ones too.
There are some very good ones. There's been a lot of them. So if we say that Cardano YouTubers is the first group that we want to make sure, okay, we want our community to pick. I'm not going to pick my favorite one, but out of 1,000 holders or 50 holders, whatever our community is at the time, we're going to say, we want you to submit your favorite Cardano YouTuber. They're going to go to that Web3 site that they're already connected to. They'll click one button. It'll take them to the submission page. They're going to submit who they want to be caricatured or what group of people they want. If they say, hey, we want the Cowboys of Crypto. It's not, that doesn't end right there. They have to also submit what were the inspirational moments? What were the moments that changed your life with that person? Like what time, we saw them at CNFT Con. They were at Rare Bloom. This one video that they put out just accelerated our level of understanding and learning, whatever that is.
Bro, it's gonna be levels of submission. I'm eating a cricket, dude.
Yeah.
I think the most handsome is Cardano. CNFT is probably a tie between Blake, CNFT, or Tommy. Those are the two that I was like, dude, those guys are right there. It's pretty handsome guys right there.
So on top of that, we're going to ask our community to give us more information and more feedback. So that submission, if you're a member of the community, you click right now. You're clicking the wallet so that you can go mint. If you're clicking on the submit button, once we get the theme out there, that's when you tell us who you want to be caricatured. You tell us what moment in time changed your life, and then tell us a little bit. Give us some information. Don't tell me, oh, they have 2,000 followers or 200,000 followers. Tell me why they inspire you, because our next step is to get everybody to vote and to compile that list and say, okay, here's our top 3. We're going to be caricaturing these people. We're going to say, okay, I'll reach out to Cowboys of Crypto and I'll say, hey, Cowboys, we as a community, let's say, again, you've never heard of us, but we as a community have come together and we chose you as one of the top 3 in our caricaturization. We want to feature you, we want to celebrate you. And it isn't just me talking to you. Let me show you this document. Here's an aggregated list of our entire community's voice. Here's why you got voted. I'll tell you right now, you got submitted more than anyone else, but that's just a little plus for you. And here's why they were like, this is all unsolicited feedback that we're just giving to the person that we want to feature and celebrate, to say thank you for what you're doing and why you're doing it. Then you're saying, yeah, that's cool, man. That's awesome. I love what you guys are doing. Let's go with it. Boom. Now we put the top 3 in the vote. We put it back to the community, and everybody that's in the community then votes for the top 3. The whole time we've onboarded a different artist. So right now, this artist is Z, does amazing work, works on 3D stuff, works on line drawing. My new PP, my personal profile picture is this, the gray one that I've been using. He did that one. That's like digitally, and that's who I had do that. All of that said, our next round, we may have a new featured caricature artist. So if we do the comedians of Cardano, we'll use somebody with a different caricature style that's way over embellished. Somebody that would be, wow, this is really cool. You have other styles that are just black and white, or some that are sketch artists. We're going to align the artist with the theme so that it matches. So if we do developers of Cardano, that might just be black and white, like sketch Cardano. Who knows? Like we'll match it up. We'll find out. But that's also where we can take submissions and from our community at any time and say, hey guys, what do you think about this? It isn't going to be a Discord React poll. It isn't going to be a Google form sheet. It's going to be your Web3 wallet. You're in the community, you're tied in, and we're using your native assets designated with this website. Bam. And it's proving that you now have the means of voting with your power.
Got it. So I'm with you. I've got some critical questions, but before I get to the critical questions, I just want to say, like the amount of effort and time it took to put into this project, especially by someone who is doxed, familiar with the community, in the space, loves this space, loves the people. Like no chance of rug pull, no chance of shady, no chance of just bailing on the project.
No.
So I really want to just like celebrate that for a second, right? We need to have a caricature of Q here. So here's what I want to do. I want to mint one.
Okay.
And what I want to do is I want to give this one away. And here's how I want to give it away. I need to know I'm only going to give it away to whoever has one already in their wallet. So if you don't have one, mint one. And then we'll figure out how to do that. Let's see. And I'll make sure that I plug in your wallet, and so we'll play a game, right?
I can help you with this too. I'll let you finish your thing, but I'm going to show you how next level this site is here in a second.
Okay. What am I going to
And
expect?
it can't be. You got to say it can't be Curly, because Curly has literally won 3 of the last 5 days worth of awards everywhere. I'm kidding. I'm
gonna hire everything out here.
If
He
you
wins
are
everything
here,
out here
you got
too.
strong muscles, then you win. You win 7 times, bro. Resin, all these guys, G3, they be winning all the time. It's like,
Facts.
what makes me mad is that, like, there's some other players in here, like Tree Cities West. Like, he's played a couple times, but I think he won a couple times. Curly, who's won a couple times, man? Did those guys
Curly got kicked out of Thor's duck race because he won. Like, he was doing 5 in a row. Curly won, and then Curly won, and then he's like, "I'm taking Curly out of this next duck race. We got to let other people win this thing."
Guys, links in the description. I
man.
put the links. All the links are in the description. You need to find. To buy this, you need to be, or to win this one. It's
This is going
148.
to take you
What
to
is
your
this?
pool
This is
pool
like,
PM. So
what is this, like 50? Whatever, $50.
around 50.
$50 of fiat.
All right, so take a look at that one. Go ahead and click on that one just so you can see what you're giving away.
What am I giving away?
What's the inspiration? What do you think? Do you remember?
Zero idea. I have zero idea.
So this was inspired by the Cardano Summit 2022 keynote speech. Did you watch that video?
No.
By chance?
It's
a good one. It is one, and I would implore you to say, hey, go watch the Cardano 2022 Summit keynote speech. And he's just sitting there rapping for a while, and he's closing out, and that's a moment in time where we look at it and we celebrate that. We say, okay, man, Charles, you really nailed it. The other 4 CNFT Con, that was one of the images. That is our common Lex Friedman interview, that 5-hour interview that he did.
I watched that one.
Yeah, that one's captured there. That's where he's sitting out. He's sitting sideways. He's got the mic on the image.
I need to see the one where he hugs Chronic. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, that's good. I've got a video. I think Tommy's got some pictures of that one.
I need to see the one with Tommy with him hugging up on him and stuff like that. Yeah. Or him in the Shelby car. Yeah, I think I honestly think I love him as a developer. I love him as a leader of Cardano. I mean, certainly better than some others out there. But yeah. Okay, what are the rarities? I have a rare one.
You do have a rare one. So this one has 10 vote power. That's a very simple system. The commons have 3, the uncommons have 5, rares have 10. The 4th ranked one up is the U.S. Congress. So if you scroll down just through that, you'll see not a lot of people have them listed. So one Congress, there you go. Remember when he sat in front of the U.S. Congress and he kind of had that smug look, like, man, I know more than all of you, but I'll talk to your level. And then scroll down and you'll find one of the legendaries. Legendary has a voting power of 40, so that would be the whiteboard, right? Like, everybody knows the whiteboard and how inspirational that was for us. So this is what we're demonstrating through this first cycle, so that, Aaron, you now have one of these assets. If you're in the community, you'll be on that leaderboard. So if you go back to the website now, it's on your system. Go ahead and click the leaderboard in the lower right leaderboard. I'm not sure if this is going to be refreshed because this is all real time. We'll see how quickly it goes. And now you can see where We Are All One has a cumulative power. That's the number 1 holder right now. How many assets he has. If you scroll down about, there's right now, we're a week, we're 1 day into the live mint. We've public minted in. This was just built by Cruz today, like, to get this leaderboard up and running. How many people are connected to the site, how many assets they have of each one. So depending, like, we have 4 different asset classes tied to this leaderboard. You only have 1 wallet tied in. Not sure if you'll show up, but you probably won't because you didn't connect to the Discord yet.
Discord, yeah. Okay.
And that's one more where if you come to the Discord, if you click connect to your Discord, it'll all refresh, update, and aggregate, and it'll put you in there with 10 rank power. So if you're going to give that one away, you're giving up a A little
I
bit
give it
of
up for the team.
J-Hub's up there.
I get up for the team here, man. I give it up for the team.
Ah,
I've given up clear over 3 Bitcoin now on my channel. I'll give it up for the team. But I'll have to join. I'll have to rejoin it for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome. So okay, so I got some critical questions here.
Yes,
I'm done. I'm done. No more Mr. Nice Cowboy. Okay.
Good degenning. Let it go.
Yeah, I gotta know.
Okay.
Listen, there's some not serious concerns, but I just want to know, where are you with old money then? Where's Hudro? What, like, if you guys are being diverted away into this project,
Okay.
what's happening over there? Can you handle this? I'm sure the answer is yes. Yes, you can handle 2 projects at the same time. Okay.
Yep.
But like, give me some like inspiration as an investor. Like, okay,
Yes.
how do you guys manage pushing this up, this one project here, and then like not going here? You know what I mean? Like, help me to understand that dichotomy there.
That's a perfectly fair question. I am acting as the CEO for Caricatures. My role with Old Money up until this point as a community member, I'm in the cabinet and I've played the role of press secretary. So I've helped be the voice of Old Money. I've helped communicate in the, the father figure, if you will, where I tell people somewhat respectably to F off, where other people will just tell them to F off. It's, we have our place, we have our space. I am still heavily invested in Old Money. If I was in a position where I was like, oh, you know what, let's move over, I just sold all my assets and then moved into this. I'm not. Stuff's still on my walls for a reason,
Right.
So my role, I'll still help with the contributions as a, I hate the term mod, but as a cabinet member, and having that trusted relationship that's been built over a year and a half with the Old Money team, and continue working in that capacity where I'll still flip over to that Discord and hang out, and we're still there. Now, Hudro, as the developer for Old Money, what he's doing with us right now with this project, he's like essentially the CTO, the caricature technical officer, or the chief technical officer. No, that is what his ability to do. The hardest work that has to go into this project so far has been done already, and right now we're just fine tuning. We did a slow mint over the weekend where we had early mint discounts, and we pushed that out to everybody. That let us get some of the things together. He's already building all the technology for Old Money. He's continuing to move forward with Old Money. That's still part of everything that he's doing and why he's doing it. The MX Mint is coming up soon as well, like within the Old Money community. Once you build the technology and you say, hey, I've done all of this work now, he is a founder through and through. He does SaaS, SaaS.
Uh-huh.
We actually call it FAAS over there now, because like fuckery as a service. Sorry, there you go.
Software as a service.
Yes, but that is, for lack of better terms, all of the projects that want to start something have to have certain tools for governance, have to have certain tools for Web3 integration, have Discord bots. If you look at the Old Money suite and everything that's been built, there's right now it's the fuckery protocol is what's on my mind, because of the tokenomics that are there. But the Bongris is one. Then the ranking system, the leaderboard that you just saw, is everything there.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to get at, and you said it's a critical question and it's a point for you to make, and we could even bring Justin on at some point to talk both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
But the key takeaway is that what his time investment with caricatures, while he still has a passion and will always have a passion for this project, it's in capable hands. We're partnered up to say, okay, you be the CEO, you be the person that runs this and keeps things going. I'll just do that tech side of it. I've already built it. He doesn't have to design anything else. He just has to make sure that does it work somewhere else.
Yeah.
And now next time it moves forward, if another project reaches out, maybe that's a retail package, and it's proven and vetted that it worked well in Old Money, and now it's been white labeled and rebranded with caricatures. And if Project XYZ wants to be using this, they can do that.
So
If you are an old money holder, you're going to have front row access to that as well.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm hearing. You got a CTO who is creating who's creating the tech behind all this, which was in thought process over a year ago, probably 2
Yes.
years ago. And so it's just been reworked into this new project, Caricatures, where it's a celebration of critical moments for different individuals. But you are now taking the role of CEO of this project while he runs the other project. But you will be, what's your main goal? Build community building and selling this as a software as a service. Is that what I'm hearing?
So the primary objective for me, my long-term goal is onboarding people into Cardano and recognize, like, hey, I'm going to bring people in, artists that can do caricature work, community members who have the ability to do whatever specialty they have. And in the first few cycles, it's going to be to celebrate our Cardano people and say, hey, where are the like I said, comedians and musicians of the Cardano, the YouTubers, anybody that does things within this space, because we're in that build market. But as we grow bigger and bigger, we can reach farther. We might even go to the point where we say, okay, let's do athletes that are at a certain level and bring in an athlete and let our community pick which athlete. But that's where we are being very careful and selective of what the theme is for each cycle. It's not a wide open, hey, pick somebody, anybody. I want to stay on both of your points or your other question, which had to do with the software as a service.
Yeah.
That isn't what Caricatures is delivering. That's what Caricatures is proving, is that there is a technology package available that I didn't have to work for, but I can focus on being a marketing person. I can focus on staying in this package, in this, and if I have a single glitch, I've got my software guy that I just ring them up, say, hey, we had this little thing. Oh yeah, oh shoot, okay, yes. Well, it's the 0 to 1, right?
Yeah.
He had to build old money, everything, and then wipe it all back to 0 and then add 1 and then put us on there. And now he can add that 1 for any other project.
Yeah. So Tommy, I think is clarifying it as well with exactly what you're saying. Old money can monetize its tech into new projects and brands. Caricatures is proof of that. It's a great external revenue source for old money. That's true. And then it allows it allows you to be more laser focused on this project individually to build and to expand the project so that you don't have to worry about the tech. I understand now. I totally understand. Cool. Good. Cool. So what's the next most exciting thing for you and for Caricatures?
The next most big, that's one of the critical questions.
Yeah. I want to know the secret one. The secret one.
Oh, everyone wants alpha. Man.
No, not alpha, just a small beta. Just give me the small beta. That's all.
I've got a beta and an alpha I can probably lay on you.
Okay.
As we get going, if this all works as well as we plan to, it is fully in our intentions and designs and desires that whichever artist is available and capable to travel to Las Vegas with us in October.
Ooh. Live.
You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, live mints.
live caricaturization in Las Vegas in the conference, and get it minted and have your on brand PPFP. That's what we're calling the personal profile picture. Yeah. It's whether it's a brandable thing or not, recognize that the profile pictures is a culture within our ecosystem. It can't be lost on you right now, right? You have to say, okay, yeah. So if you have one of our assets and you align with that artist, and that artist is working with us, they get to focus on their passion, which is caricature art. Yeah. And if we build the tech suite and make it easily accessible for them and us, that you and your leaderboard sign up for your personal profile picture with an artist that you hold the asset of, because the next series is going to be a different artist. Maybe you don't want that one, that piece, you don't want a caricaturization of yourself by that artist. You want it by this artist. If you hold one of their assets, you're in line, if you want, to just submit your pictures and paperwork to that artist, and you don't have to try and track them down on Insta or anywhere else. You just use our platform. They're already an artist with us. You're a community member with us. You interact with them. There'd be a set price. Like they would be the ones that judge, hey, I want this much money to do this product and design. Or maybe I can offer a color one, and I can offer a black and white, or I can offer one with a black background, or whatever variation that artist wants to put up as their service would be on our website. And the only people that can get to that person for that price are asset holders. So if you have a really famous, like a really popular one, well, how do you get in line? Like, are you just next in line? Well, no. If you hold more assets, if you're higher on the leaderboard, you get to cut in line.
Which is what
you
makes
move
that
yourself
important.
right up. Yeah,
Makes that important.
absolutely.
Warden, what's your take on caricatures? What do you think about it? And what's your reaction to everything Q's working on?
I mean, I'm very interested in caricatures, just in the future, because obviously this is more of like a building project at the moment, obviously. But it's super exciting to see how it grows over time, because obviously we've seen a real trend in this market so far where a lot of things aren't selling out instantly, and they're not just exploding like we would see in type of a bull market. So I mean, it really just depends on the work that they're going to put in to just help their project grow and just continue to expand and survive in this tough time.
Yeah, and if anything shows Q's work ethic to see the success of
100%.
Old Money, he's taking it to his own project. I mean, it's kind of says it right there, guys. We're gonna do a game here and give this away to someone in the chat. What was that?
It's a duvet.
No? A duvet. Yeah. So Q has generously offered one asset as well, and I've got the one that I just bought on live stream, and I'll send that as well. Just be sure to send your wallet address. And so for anyone in here, and by the way, I've been reading through the comments. One, we would love to have CNFT Tuesdays or CNFT Con in Miami, not Vegas. That'd be awesome. But I know it's in Vegas. I already know it's in Vegas, but eventually I would love to see it in Miami. Sorry, Canada. Which, by the way, we were just talking about some Canadians earlier.
We were, yeah, it was kind of funny.
But yeah, I think I plan on making it to CNFT Tuesday. I keep saying Tuesday Con because it was such a good time last time. Very good vibes there. Not like pretentious Bitcoin Con or Bitcoin 20. Everyone's like so snooty at Bitcoin, so it's so funny.
You guys going to NFT NYC in April?
No, not NYC. Anything in Florida, I would definitely go to. Not NYC. Yeah. I heard it was really bad last year, so I don't know about this.
Yeah, well, I've got tickets. I'm heading out there.
You headed out there? Oh man, I hope it's better than at least the reviews of last year. That's what I just heard. I mean, I don't know personally, but if it's Florida, anyone in the chat, welcome to. We'll grill out. You can come over to the house. We'll grill out or something like that. We'll do something. All right. So here's what we'll do. We'll run a game of our favorite Pictionary, and I'm gonna do my
I thought we were going back to Hangman.
You want to go back to Hangman?
I'm telling you, Hangman was my jam, bro.
I've got words
on Pictionary.
I've got words ready for Hangman. You guys don't know. Okay, so let's do this.
It's up to Ken. Let Ken decide.
Do we get to play?
Oh yeah, you have to play for sure.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we'll do one of each. How about that? We'll do one of each, Hangman and Pictionary, just for old time's sake. So here's the first one.
Is there a delay though for us and everyone else?
There is. So that's okay though. So if you guys get it, if one of you guys get it, you guys get to pick who in this chat you'd like to give it to. If they get in the chat and if I see it first, then they just win it outright. So they take the game out of it. Okay.
Right.
So I hope everyone's good. By the way, if you're going to CNFT Con, give me a 1 in the chat. You guys go to CNFT Con in if you're not, give me a 2. If you're not, give me a 2 in the chat, just so I can see who's up here. And I'm going to time the lag here too. It'll help me time the lag. Give me a 1 in the chat or give me a 2. Okay, that's about 10 seconds for Tommy. Tommy's number 1, dude. All right, here we go. Yeah,
it's back.
So
it's a Hangman.
Oh yeah, Hangman. That's right.
Oh, we're playing Hangman. Got it.
Who is there? Too many twos, man. Golly. Too many twos. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. 4, 5, 6,
7. Bitcoin.
No. Incorrect. All right. No hints. And then go ahead. Ethan, go ahead and start. And then Q, you got the next one.
Okay.
We're going strong with an A, boys. We got to start off.
Oh, A, you're wrong.
It's all right. Got it.
All right,
C
go
for
ahead.
caricatures.
Oh,
C
valid.
for caricatures. Could you be more wrong?
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go with a Y.
Why are you
Am I
so wrong?
correct?
Is
Guys,
that
give
how
him
you learn
letters
clothes?
in the chat. Give him
Yeah,
letters in the
fact.
chat. What'd you say, Ken?
K.
K. Okay, you're wrong
All
again.
right, those are my 2 wild cards. Go back to the vowels.
I'm gonna go with R.
Go with R. Are you serious? Because you just got one.
On the board. There we go.
Alright.
I'm seeing E's and F's and B's. Go ahead, Ken. Pick one.
All these MFers and no one says DN. Dang. We got to do we got to go with the vowel because what was the first vowel that came up? E?
E. Yeah, it looks like E.
The chat always knows, guys. Go with the chat. Go with the
No
chat.
lie there. No lie.
You guys, MFer.
I mean, I gotta go.
I can't not see that.
I know, literally, that was my first thought too when he wrote the E there. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the chat again. The next one after Tommy, I'm seeing Curly with a U.
You are wrong, Curly.
Oh, come on, Curly.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry.
I heard this week.
All right, Ken.
T.
Go to chat.
I feel like there's a T in there.
Sterile. No. Good first guess.
That is a good guess.
I'll give you a category. Thing.
Oh wow,
That narrows it down
generous.
to
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's not a
everything.
place.
everything almost.
At least
Yeah.
it's not a place or a person.
Oh, generous.
It's 33%. Come on. All right, Q, go ahead.
We didn't get doctor or T. Okay, S.
S. So right.
Boom.
Okay.
I get. Good, Ethy.
I mean, are we sure it's not MFers? I mean,
35ers.
Ooh, 35ers. That's fun. Yeah.
35ers.
That'd be a good one. Yeah. Let's see here.
35ers.
Kind of hoping to see the Fafa in there.
Yo, I quoted that. Tommy, do you know this? Look
You
back
didn't
on
get.
the-
I watched. Were you on there with them? I was there when that one was like, NFA. That's the Fafa.
No. So I quoted that and shouted out Freedom 35 on the around the blockchain. When they, I think it was during the first question. I need to pull the clip, so he sent it to Tommy. So
I'm
yeah,
gonna go with an L.
We'll give Tommy an opportunity
L.
for
L for losers. Guys, come on.
You almost spelled KYC up there. That's funny.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, on the one on Friday, Tommy. The one on Friday. Go ahead, Ken. I'm gonna draw Charles or something.
This is a thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
B. Was the first one I saw.
B
I missed the G.
or Bozo.
Ballin'. Oh, no. You can't pull that out until you're sure that you haven't spelled the word.
I'm
wrong.
100% sure there's no B in here.
Okay. All right. Is there an O?
There is an. Oh my goodness, you are right.
This is your game, Ethan. What?
I know. I'm
Yeah.
trying to heat up a little bit.
See, I like Pictionary better because I get to draw different pictures.
When are we allowed to guess?
You can guess
Right
whenever.
now.
Cheerios.
Cheerios. Incorrect.
Well,
Oh,
it's gotta be
green
close.
fingers with the steal. Good
Thermos.
job,
Oh,
brother.
thermos.
Good
Yes,
job.
sir.
Yo, green fingers. You got to make sure. Do I have your right Twitter? I just remembered now that you just mentioned it. I think someone was trying to copy you on Twitter, but I haven't been on Discord in a while. So
That's a nice 8 in that. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's big at it.
Oh yeah, nice
All
little
right,
construction.
so send me your on Discord. Send me your what's it called? It was you. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, dude. I get so many spam. I get so much spam, dude. You don't have the same PFP, so it messed with me. I don't know. It messes with me. All right, guys. Thermos Green Fingers is the winner. You know I'm good for the pay up. Send me your wallet address, and I'm gonna get with the Her Monsters crew and make sure that they send that to you, and I'll send you this one characters from me. So I appreciate that.
Nice.
Bro, there are so many bots. You guys don't even know how many bots come after me all the
Green
time.
toes.
And they scam me too. They're like, yeah, that was me. I'll get I'll have a winner, and they'll be like, you guys saw there's a bot in the channel. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. I just don't want to give it away to a bot. I don't know. All right, guys, we got one last left.
And I thought I misunderstood what you said. I thought you were saying when you said you shouted out Nafafa, I thought you were claiming that you laid claim to that like before.
Oh no, never. You know, it's funny. It just snuck in there. I wasn't even like planning. I just like he just earwormed it in my brain. You know, what I mean? Like it's Nafafa, is it? So, all right, guys, let's do one last one. I'm gonna generate a random word here, and we're gonna have to have you guys guess it. Now, here's the word. Oh, golly, this is gonna be too hard. This is too hard of a word.
Is it too hard because you don't got a picture in your head, or
no? It's hard to draw.
Okay.
This is a hard word to draw. All right, fine.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yellow.
YOLO is true.
Cry. Mad.
Breakup.
Angry. Is this one word?
Yeah.
Beat.
Playing with this. Angry. Irate. Sad.
Yeah, but it's a big word.
Hurt feelings.
That's not a word.
Berate.
Hurting feelings.
Disagreement. Disgust. Okay, this is the general direction we're going.
Right.
Enraged. This is the This is
argument.
Finger pointing.
No. Reprimand. I like this general direction. Come on, please. Blaming. No, not blaming. I'm gonna give you guys
interrogating.
I can't draw any more than this. Oh, maybe I can.
Is that a tissue box?
Bag. Thief.
Shooting, reprimand. No.
I'm just confused on
I know it's too
you
hard.
got like a little ball in my dog's hand, and then that guy is carrying a shopping bag.
Insinuating. I like the way that's going. I like the way
insulting.
Insinuating. No. Okay, I gotta give it up. We gotta bring another card game. It's accusation. Accusation, guys.
Oh, because that was vague. And now the other person has the bag. That's quality. Yeah.
That's a good drawing, right? That's decent.
I would have considered breaking that one up. Insinuate.
Insinuate. Eight. Drawing 8. That was a good one. Insinuating was the closest one. Accusation was the one. So let me get my other random.
It was good.
Let me get my other random generator here. You guys wanted
this is not duvet. This is like that was really really good.
So let me see here. Random word generator. So hey Ken, while I'm pulling this up, how do I find all your stuff? Like for where do I find like the Discord stuff, all those links? What's the best place to go to find out more about your stuff?
Well, if it is not in your description, we do have caricatures.art. So like we do have the domain name caricatures.art. That is where the website is. And then we have discord.gg/caricatures. So to get into the community, the hub of the community is building in Discord, and the hub of actual activity and interaction with the project is on the website. So all of the everything is going to be generated on the website. There will be some connections back to Discord where your ranking will show up. We'll have different roles and stuff, but all of the activity, all of our voting, all of our actual submissions is going to be in that Web3 site.
Good deal. Good deal. Okay, guys, here's the last game of the night, and it just Discord Ken for this one. Okay, so whoever wins this one is going to win this one. So here we go.
All right, Aaron, you're getting real close right there.
KEWW.
Is it a party, like a birthday party?
Croquet.
A dance?
Come on, guys.
I mean,
Come
there's
on,
a
birthday
cake there.
party. It's
Birthday
not,
party,
it's
that's what
not
I'm
that.
saying.
That's music. Those are
Anniversary?
tables.
No.
Wedding?
Oh, wedding. Two people
No.
walking down the aisle
What?
with
No.
rings.
A-
It's a boy and a girl
Anniversary?
with an infinity sign.
No.
Party?
No.
Reception?
Yes. Reception. Reception is it. Good job, Ethan. Reception.
I've
Way
done
to
it.
go.
I need a couple seconds right here. I mean, guys, I'd like to thank the Academy for breaking my cold streak. We know it's been a rough couple weeks here. You know, I had to push back for Hangman, but we've broken the streak. I'm super excited. The Academy, my parents, Aaron for drawing such a great image for me. I'm so happy. I've finally broken the streak. Praise God, I've finally done it.
There you go. That's good. I'm glad that you have, and it's with reception. So, who are you going to grant this this one from Q?
All right. There's a number 1 through 10 that I'm thinking of, and it's my personal favorite number. So whoever says it in the chat first, I will go with you. 1 to 10. It's my personal favorite number. So whoever gets it right first. Okay, all right. Aaron, I didn't know you wanted to caricature that bad. There it is. Curly Knox. I knew Curly was going to take it. 5 right there. Aaron, I'm sorry, even though you said it first, I'll go with Curly. It's okay.
Curly. All right, good job, Curly. And Curly just won the other one too, so that's great. Love it. Love it. Love bringing it. So Curly, be sure to reach out to Ken. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on the live stream. Really appreciate it. Ken, big thanks to you for coming out and just being so generous about everything and sharing with us your passion project. Can't wait to see some more from it in the future. Guys, and Ethan, thank you so much for being a great partner as always. And most importantly, thank you to everyone who is watching in the stream. Really appreciate it. Check out Q and check out caricatures down in the descriptions below. Really appreciate you guys joining in tonight. And you guys have a great stream. We won't be back tomorrow or next week. I will be working. I will be out of town, so I will not be available to do that. So there will be no stream next week, unfortunately, but we will be coming back after that. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we love you all. It was a great CNFT Tuesday, and we will see you in the next stream in 2 weeks. Ken, thanks again.